Today, the household retail strike continues in September. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Welcome to the latest post covering finance and property news with a distinctively Australian flavour. The latest from the ABS today was bad pretty much in every respect. The monthly sales turnover showed another weak gain, up by just 0.2% when most analysts were hoping for 0.4%. And real retail sales contracted 0.1% in the quarter to be down 0.2% over the year, and that's the first annual contraction since the early 1990s recession. Consumer spending remained very weak through the third quarter, pointing to clear downside risks to the wider consumption measure in the national accounts and near-term forecasts for GDP growth. And we can conclude that there has been little or no response to the interest rate cuts in June and July and the tax relief from July onwards, which should have added around $3 billion to monthly household disposable incomes. We're not sure that's actually translated into the sort of returns that people expected. And retail sales are running at around $27 billion a month, and we would have noticed any uptick, and there was none. Monthly sales were flat in July, up 0.4% in August and up 0.2% in September. And this is as limited as it gets. And it's getting serious as quarterly real retail sales have now declined in 3 of the 4 last quarters. And importantly, the slowdown in real terms is due to a combination of moderating nominal sales growth and stronger price gains. In fact, the price side has had the largest effect. Over the last year, annual growth in nominal sales has slowed by 0.7 percentage points, but retail price inflation has surged 1.6 percentage points from 1.1% a year to 2.7% a year. And the pickup reflects a mix of factors, including the impact of the drought on food prices and easing disinflation in some Aussie dollar affected segments. And there are also some indications that retailers have been shoring up weak margins in recent quarters by discounting to bilio. For the September quarter, cafes and restaurants were down 1% and down 0.4% over the year. Department stores were down by 0.1% over the quarter and up 0.5% over the year. Basic foods was flat over the quarter and down 1% over the year. And there were modest gains for clothing, up 0.3% over the quarter and up 0.9% over the year. Other retail was up 0.3% and 0.9% over the year, while the only good news was in the household goods, up 0.9% over the quarter but flat over the year, but then that was coming off the back of back-to-back quarterly declines. The state data shows that all the eastern states recorded sales declines, with New South Wales and Victoria driving the slowdown over the last year, and sales contracted in New South Wales down 1.7% over the year, and on a per capita basis across New South Wales and Victoria also. Western Australia did report growth of 0.9% over the quarter, but it's coming off the back of falls over the last periods. Finally, online sales posted a solid pickup since June, with annual growth back above 15% across the year. But in the real world, while larger retailers recorded steady nominal sales growth of around 4.5%, smaller retails are falling by about 2% per year, which explains the failure of so many small stores on the high street. All this signals more weakness ahead and belies the so-called housing bounce. We continue to hold to our view that there is more pressure on households despite talk of rate cuts and wages growth, as reflected in our surveys, but more on that tomorrow. We still think the RBA will hold the cash rate tomorrow on Melbourne Cup Day, but there will be more cuts ahead, and then we must expect QE. I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.